Hi guys, this is Kamlesh from PluginIndia.com. I recently got to spend time with Farah and Rafi Halim in Mumbai, who own an electric car, the Mahindra E2O. I'm planning to take a ride with them. I basically wanted to pick their brains about what their experiences have been.
Hi.
Hey guys,
Hi Kamlesh, how are you?
thanks for doing this, and I
Yeah,
think
we are
we'll
happy.
get in and we'll talk something about your
Sure.
electric car experience.
So let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going behind, okay? So how's it going? How has it been for 1.5 years driving an electric car?
It's been fun.
Been fun?
Oh yeah. I think Farah does most of the driving,
Yeah,
but
it's a lot of fun.
I do take care of some of the bills. So I would have
Yeah.
to say that it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Great.
We anticipated some expenses, but none of them came up. There is no maintenance,
You're right.
and the change in lifestyle is noticeable only after this kind of use.
Oh wow.
And we do happen to go to the petrol pump still, but now it's to fill up nitrogen in our tires. And we've become good friends with the petrol wala. And the manager of the pump came to us and said, "Sir, if you keep on using these kind of cars, we'll go out of business." So I assured him, "No, that's not the case. We will
Yeah.
still come to you for nitrogen."
Right.
But there are other services like punchers,
Yeah.
which we had one, and those kind of things are still regular.
Alright. First question, why did you first go for an electric car?
It's sustainable. We feel it's a choice that's pro-planet.
So that was the only reason to
Oh, no. This
to
car
lead a
looks
sustainable
awesome.
lifestyle. Right.
No, not the only reason,
Okay.
but that's the first thing that came to mind. Of course, when we walked into the Mahindra showroom, we saw this little thing parked over there. It looked so good
Yeah.
that immediately it caught our attention and we wanted to know more about it. So
Okay.
I would have to say that, yeah, I'm a bit shallow there.
So when people first look at the car and they see you driving, do they ask you some strange questions?
Yeah, a lot of them initially around our area, everybody was curious. By now, they've all understood that it's us and they know us now.
Yeah.
And the first question used to be mileage kya deti hai? And then we would wonder how to answer this, because we worked out 156 kilometers to a liter of petrol, and that was like crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Then we started telling them other things, and then they finally realized that, oh, it's an electric.
Right.
Most people, they tune off immediately when the first answer is not within common sense.
Right.
And this car was certainly not something that they had experienced.
Yeah.
When I'm driving and people are overtaking, they kind of look back and they keep looking back, and I'm scared for them because I think they'll go dash into some place.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah.
stairs.
It's strange questions.
Yeah.
College kids jumping out of rickshaws, leaning out and asking us how much this cost us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cost seems as a big factor. Very
Yeah.
few people really obviously think about the way it changes their life.
Right. So I mean, why? If you look at electric cars, why they're costly? I mean, what I feel is,
Yeah.
when electric car comes with a battery, and a
Right.
battery has an energy built in, right? That's
Right.
the energy thing right inside your car.
an
Unlike a
energy
petrol car,
Right.
where you have an engine, but you'll still have to feed petrol,
Right.
and the costs increase over usage
Oh, yeah.
over the years.
Right.
Now with electric cars, the cost of fueling is negligible, and if you
Exactly.
use solar panels, it's zero.
Oh yeah.
So people have to look at long-term ownership.
Yeah, nobody ever calculates the cost
correct.
of the petrol and the servicing and the oil changes.
Right.
In fact, I have talked to accountants, I have talked to economic students, and even they don't figure it out.
Right.
That they're actually paying more for the fuel than the car itself.
Exactly. I think that's the paradigm change that people need to understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, with time, I guess the batteries cost will come down.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
hoping
we
there
hope
are a few good technologies on the horizon.
Maybe that too. And then once that happens, then I guess definitely we'll have more acceptance, I guess.
Oh yeah, and as people start seeing us maybe on the road with us, now
Yeah.
this has become like a common thing. At least in our area, and almost there are 2 very solid inquiries for EVs in our building,
Wow.
and we're looking to cash in from that because yeah, they've told us if you get us 2 customers,
Yeah, you get a free power
Power
steering.
steering
Yeah,
upgrade, yeah.
upgrade. Yeah. So
it's a good thing.
yeah, this car giving 100 kilometers what it promises?
Oh yeah, the 100
Okay.
kilometer promise
The range.
is thorough. It's good,
Okay.
except when you switch on the AC. That's when the range goes down.
Ah.
But we also make it up by regenerative braking, which is something that we had not anticipated.
Right.
That's something that gives you back your mileage.
Right.
And on the whole, yeah, this is one thing.
So what is regenerative braking like? So people who are petrol car guys,
Yeah.
They don't understand when they drive an electric, it's different, right?
Yeah,
So the difference is first is there's no vibrations,
yeah, it's very silent,
very smooth and silent.
smooth, right?
Second thing is when you brake, I think when you drive a petrol car, you're used to braking
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, and you hate braking because that's when you got to press the clutch,
Yeah.
and that's where you lose your momentum and you feel you're wasting fuel.
Right. And when you're stuck in a signal, it consumes a lot of
Oh
power.
yeah, because the
oil.
engine is just idling away,
Right. But in this case,
no idling,
right.
and the braking is fun now because we know we're making back kilometers.
Right. You're gaining energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically when you're on signal, when you're stopping, this doesn't consume energy, right? So when
Except if it's the air conditioning
Air
which is
conditioning.
kept on.
yeah. But when you step on the pedal, only then it's
Yeah,
gonna
only
go.
that's the only time when the motor starts.
Okay, that's pretty efficient if you think about it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It rocks.
I'm serious.
We got this film put, sun blocking film.
Sun.
Yeah, I mean this is a
This thing.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that blocks a lot of the heat.
Wow.
So now the AC is more efficient because
Yeah.
it's got less heat to throw out.
Amazing. I never
Yeah.
thought about it. Have you got into a situation where you run out of charge and you're stuck up standard because that's the fear all people have?
We did not, but we actually put ourselves into that kind of situation just to experience what it feels like. And we went all the way down to 8% charge
Wow.
on our way back because we purposely kept on discharging it.
Right.
And even then we weren't very anxious because we knew that we had Revive
Right.
to pull us out.
Okay.
Yes, Revive is like a safety reserve
Okay.
where there is a button on the infotainment panel
Okay.
and you can even activate it via your phone. And what happens is when your car runs out of charge, then it will give you an extra 10 or 20 in our case kilometers of range,
Okay. Great.
which will be at a restricted speed, but it will get you home or get you somewhere safe at least.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Great.
You want to look at the international airport?
Yeah, we will.
We should, huh? So we can take a
So
video.
we reached the international airport.
Yeah, Bombay International Airport.
Bombay International
Looks really posh, huh?
Oh yeah, and this is an eco structure as well
Yeah.
because they've got lights up which are sunlight,
Sunlights. Yeah.
and the entire thing has been designed so that probably they're doing some rainwater harvesting and
Beautiful.
one of the new and awesome development. It even looks like bone to me.
Yeah.
Organic structure.
Looks beautiful. Yeah, so one question people ask a lot is, hey, just 100 kilometers. What if
Yeah.
I want to go to, if I want to go to Mahabaleshwar, if I want to go to Gujarat, if I want to go to, Delhi. You know, people talk as if they
I go
drive.
do that every day.
They go every day. Yeah,
Maybe
and
that doesn't happen. I have a
Right.
motorcycle for that exact purpose. I joined a group, but I don't do it every day. It's
Right.
once in a while, and 95% of my needs are met with this.
right.
It's-
So I think that's something people need to understand that even though they feel that they want to use the car for long distances, but then 95% of the time they're going to use it just in and around the city,
yeah,
right?
it's a local car. It's
Yeah.
a runabout for your city. It's,
And for the city, 100 kilometers is more than enough.
Right.
oh, we are hoping that we'll be having charge points in some close by places.
Right. So this charge points, that's something again people complain like,
Yeah,
hey,
not
there's no
enough
infrastructure.
infrastructure.
But tell me something. When it comes to electricity, every house and every business has a plug point, right?
Yeah.
That's the infrastructure right there.
Any highway, any road, there's electricity everywhere.
Exactly.
All you need to do is figure out how to get it into the car.
Yes. And it takes a 15 amp socket, so that is easily available everywhere.
Yeah, it's a common thing.
Yeah. So that's I
Very
think
common. It's not like a petrol pump which requires actually infrastructure to be built up.
exactly.
separately.
I think this is something people need to understand. Infrastructure is already there, people.
Yeah, you just need to
So-
tap into it.
Yeah, exactly. And so don't complain about infrastructure. What is valid point is that quick charge stations, right?
Yeah,
So
we need to get those happening.
any news about that? So
No, we have had scanty news. I mean,
Yeah.
even when we purchased the car, we were told that they would be looking to put up a lot more charge points because at present only the Mahindra dealerships are available as charge points.
right.
And we were hoping that they would put some more in because that seems to be a big deterrent.
Right.
Even to people who inquire to us, these 2 or 3 solid leads who really want to have a car, they're
Right.
waiting, they're hanging on for something better which
Right.
would convince them, and
Right.
they need this kind of infrastructure, what do you call it?
Right. Yeah, so this quick charge stations they would charge the car in like 45 to one
Yeah,
hour.
it's
1 minutes to 1
actually
hour.
the first 60% is much faster.
Faster, exactly.
So probably in half an hour you'll have 60 kilometers, and then the next 40 kilometers would take about half an hour more.
Right. So when that comes up, you can definitely take the car.
Oh yeah, because
To
anyway
the
I would
highway and-
probably want to take a break after every 100 kilometers.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. So yeah, I think infrastructure should not be a bottleneck for people to use this car, right? Electric car.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. If you're in city, definitely not.
Right. So we at Plug India, we've started this initiative of community charge
Yes.
stations.
Yes,
So this basically the idea is to surround the cities with these 15 amp socket normal sockets which any business can have.
Yeah.
So install them and surround the cities with these at the range of 50 to 60 kilometers.
Right.
So do you think that'll help?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because say I want to go to Lonavala or Khandala, somewhere close by to Bombay.
Right,
Maybe
right.
even if I want to visit Pune,
Right.
then I want to have a couple of stations on the way which I can just plug in my car and charge.
Right.
Or if I can go there and spend a day and then come back having
Yeah.
charged at the destination,
Right.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So community initiatives, yes, I believe Plug in India has already put up a couple of charge points, which
Yes.
I'm very hopeful about that we'll be having more.
Right. So the thing is, this is for the community. So it's up to the community to actually go check.
Yes, people from the community would
Yeah.
come forward.
And
they would
scope out
interact,
places.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would
exactly.
interact with the people, with the locations.
Right.
And
So-
I suppose as the demand for it comes up, then the charge points will also start coming.
Yeah, maybe it'll act as an incentive because once once you have these points around the city, you can tell people that okay, you can drive in the city, of course. Plus, you can also go to these
Yeah,
places, these
exactly.
points because you have charging station. You can come back safe.
Yeah, and once the cities
Yeah.
start expanding, then probably we could just have a route on the
Yeah.
major highways.
Right. So the things that need building are community charge stations and the quick charge
community
stations.
charge stations, quick charge stations especially.
Yes.
And one would prefer to have these open.
Right. Open, exactly. That's
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Because we asked Mahindra, they were interested only in Reva charging stations. And the Reva charge is a little bit different from maybe the BMW or the other
Right.
cars. But if there was a charge point where any EV could go and charge.
Right, quick charge, yeah.
By that the volume of visitors would go up and it would probably make that station more profitable.
Correct. I think open community charging stations and
Yes,
open quick charge stations.
Open community
Yeah.
quick charging stations.
I think this is where I think in America we have three standards. They have three standards. Like they have this CHAdeMO.
Yeah.
So Tesla has its own standard, and
Right.
GM
High
has its
power.
own standard.
Yeah.
I think that mistake should not happen here. I guess.
Yeah, there should be a common standard, a common
Right.
protocol which everyone follows. I think it's in the best interest of the industry on the whole. If
Exactly.
individual players start thinking only for themselves and not
Right.
for the industry, I think that takes the
Right.
Fun
completely
out
wrong
of it.
path.
Exactly. That's a good point. So, what about other thing is people ask about radio.
Yeah. Again.
Okay, start. So people ask about maintenance, right?
Yeah.
They're worried about because it's a
Costs.
different car, and they wonder
Exactly.
if there's a lot of
Hidden
maintenance.
costs.
Yeah. So 1.5 years of electric car, did you find any maintenance issues? Any?
No, we have had
Reliability.
absolutely no cost except for the puncher,
Yeah.
which didn't cost so much.
So the car,
Which was also very easy to
Tubeless
Fix.
tires are easy. Yeah.
and the petrol. When you have a petrol car, you need to send your car to a service station every 6
Yeah.
months. In this,
Yeah.
this case,
Nothing at all.
Nothing, right?
Nothing at all. In fact, no oil changes also.
Yeah, because no oil, there's no
Yeah.
coolant, there's
Yeah.
no engine.
There's no engine at
no
all.
spare
No
parts,
moving-
clutch plates
no
to get
moving
spoiled.
parts, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the maintenance is very less.
Nothing, it's
nothing.
virtually nothing,
Nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the features of this car is the software can be updated.
Oh yeah.
So it's like buying a laptop and getting a new OS instead of having to buy a brand new laptop every time. So you don't have to buy a new car, you just get upgrades.
Yeah, and there's special features in this car which are not available in other cars, like the tech features, right? Like the
Yeah.
mobile connectivity.
Mobile app is there,
So using the mobile app, I can control aspects of the car functioning.
Yeah.
right, which is really useful.
Yeah.
Really useful.
And there's a touch screen which a lot of petrol hatchbacks they don't have.
Yeah. Yeah. In this class of vehicle, this is good.
Yeah.
The reverse camera.
Reverse camera.
Reverse
yeah.
camera. Yeah.
So-
And there's a lot of punch.
Oh, yeah.
It has a lot of punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that really puts us at ease in traffic.
In city traffic, when you start and stop.
Oh yeah. In stop and go traffic, you want to get a head start, and
Right.
that's where this really comes in.
And you compare this to a petrol automatic. You
Yeah,
can feel the
petrol
difference, right?
automatic.
Because
Oh, yes.
petrol automatic
There's a big
needs.
difference.
Yeah, big
Big
difference. Yeah.
The petrol automatics don't have that kind of a pickup that
Pickup.
this one has.
Yeah, exactly.
I will be just going into reverse mode. You can see we are in neutral here on the navigation menu, right? Farah, can we go into reverse? There. And as soon as the gear goes into reverse, you've seen this has gone into this rear view camera. Let's reverse. And it kind of shows you 3 feet, 2 feet and 1 feet. We've got lines drawn in the garage, so we can align the car with those lines and it will fit perfectly in its slot. Okay. So now you can see it's approaching the 3-foot mark, the 2-foot mark, and the red line, which is the 1-foot mark.
So, Rafi and Farah,
Yeah.
thank you so much for this introduction for electric vehicles, and you've been using it for 1.5 years.
Yes, about a year and a
And
half.
thanks for sharing your experiences. I think
You're welcome.
it'll help people to understand more about electric vehicles, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There is a sweet little Reva pulling out of the garage.